let us know your full name, your title, and your company name?
Yeah, hi Jess. So my name is Samuel Yang. I'm the Managing Director of Mingley Group Development. We're based in Brisbane, and we are a property development business which focuses on Brisbane and surrounding.
Awesome. So what does a property developer actually do in the sense of what Mingley Group does? What do you do day to day?
Yeah. So honestly, I pretty much an addict to realestate.com.au, and pretty much annoys consultants like Jess, and JREY. Okay. Pretty much I see the potential on properties, and I reach out to them, pretty much sending them a massive email with what I think potentially has some potential to this site, and then they will crush my dream and say, no Sam, stop dreaming, or they'll say, hey, actually it's a really good idea, maybe we should dig into it a little bit more. So pretty much my day-to-day, right, I just try and find the gems out there, and if I have the capacity to bring it on myself, I will, or maybe it might be a little bit better to bring on other investors, or let's say even sometimes like owners are happy to jump on. So I'm just trying being there and being the facilitator of I guess find the right properties and the right people to do these.
Awesome. So you're identifying and creating deals. And do you have a particular type of project or property development that you specifically go for? Do you have a niche?
Yeah, I mean, right now, I went from, I guess, someone who know literally nothing about property, probably, I guess, 3 years ago when I first reached out to you, Jess, about, I guess, random properties here and there. And I think half of the site was flooded, to at least now, actually checking the flood maps and all that, kind of before approaching you and, letting you know, like, oh, you're probably, like, oh my gosh, it's this guy again. But most of my projects is I guess subdivisions. Currently, I do have a medium rise currently going, and you're helping me out with that. But majority of it right now is still that 1 into 2, 2 into 3 kind of market. Hoping to expand, of course. As more capital becomes available. That's my market at the moment, and just creating, I guess from 1 into the 2 into the 3, and I guess providing those like more homes for people in desirable suburbs.
Just what we need. So that leads into my next question, which is when will a client know that they need Mingley Group? Do you have clients? And if so, how will they know to even reach out to you?
Yeah, honestly, I wouldn't really call them clients. Okay, I actually see them as my business partners. Okay, so whether it is from, I guess they have some I guess what do you call it, servicing ability, to jump on a loan, or have some available cash to contribute into this deal. Okay, they are they are my partner. Okay, whether they are 1% stake, 50% stake, or 90%. Okay, so to me, they are my business partners. Or whether they have a property that I guess has potential, they just know nothing about it, and they'll want me to join forces with them and create something bigger, better. So yeah, I guess pretty much from I guess someone who would like to learn, and has some, I guess financial capacity. Okay, to I guess someone who's on their 10th deal and want to join forces to become 1 plus 1 equals more. Or just I guess homeowners that have properties that have potentials. I'm more than happy to, I guess fork out the initial consultancy costs and all that, to see whether it's possible, and annoy you and your team, Jess.
That's all right. We like to be annoyed. Okay, so my understanding is then you don't really have clients, you more have partnerships, and people will know they need your services when they want to make money through property.
Yeah, I guess I guess that's the short, very short and sharp way of saying it. And really, right, I think making money is a byproduct of creating more homes. Actually, my first ever project that you helped me with, in Bundamba, it was a what was it, a half an acre, half an acre block, next to a childcare. I had not, like, I honestly knew nothing about this. Honestly, I bought it. It was cheap. I could afford it. And just jumped in. And in the end, it wasn't the 2 into 5 that we initially thought that it will become. Okay, it wasn't 5 new lots to 5 separate families, but it actually got sold to a mother and a daughter. So they're moving down from North Queensland, and wanted to find a lifestyle block, decent size to build their home so they can live next to each other. And yeah, like, I think it's these, and like, and
So, yeah.
yeah, like, it's these things that I like to see happen. Obviously not every single deal will end up like this. Like my second one in Runcorn, it was I guess one's a first time investor, buying with, I believe it's his uncle. So it's different, different, I guess, end buyer, it would be the word. But yeah, I think it's these projects are in better hands from when I first acquired this project, and kind of seed it through. So yeah, like, I mean, that's two down, and I guess many more to go. So yeah.
Yes. Beautiful, and loving your energy today. And my next question is, what is one thing you want, I guess, your partners to know before they approach you?
Yeah. I think that's a very good question, right? Honestly, no question is a dumb question. Okay. So I actually don't mind at all. I guess receiving emails, or phone calls or whatever, about anything. Because over the past 7 years, in I guess my experience in real estate and also home lending now, I've I guess I know a lot of customers where they are either first home buyers, 10th time investor or whatever, and the questions that they throw out, um, you don't know what you don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. And really, I was there. And I wouldn't say I know everything now, right? I still, throw a random, like, I still have those moments where you're probably like, oh my gosh, Sam, like, how many projects are you on? Why are you asking this? And I probably annoy other consultants, maybe not as much. I reckon you're probably on my top trending list. So yourself,
All right.
Tracy, your general manager, and yeah, our civil engineers, honestly, yeah, we're all on a first name basis. We love working with each other, and I don't think there's any dumb question. So there's, yeah, just throw anything at me, and sometimes I don't know and I have to find out, but I'll know for next time.
Yeah.
So yeah, like, I think yeah, that's all.
Yeah, no, that's a great tip. And I guess you're clearly very passionate about what you do, but why do you do this? Why property development?
Yeah, I think, like, touching on what I said before, right? 7 years in, I guess, this industry and I guess related, right? And also in home lending, you see those first home buyers or next home, upgrader, or even I don't know, downgrading. They're downsizing, from their
Downsizing, not downgrading.
oh, sorry, downsizing. Yes. And yeah, like, you just see how happy they are, how excited they are, and it's actually coming from. It's not just a, oh yeah, thanks mate. You know what I mean? Like, you can feel it, and it's that chill that brings me, because really, right, the time that it takes to do a project. If I was, doing, let's say, other things, it might be quicker money and all that stuff, but you don't really get that satisfaction. Okay. I'm not, I guess, saying anything, right? But, for me, hearing stories like that, mother and daughter get to live next to each other, or this first time investor buying with his uncle, to learn about this 1 into 2 project, that, obviously, will go well. Like, these are the stories that I want to continue to pass on. Yeah, and whether it is, like first home buyer, wanting to buy a property in a dream suburb that they've tried so hard to try and get in. Because really, right, let's say the Camp Hill of the world, the Hawthorne of the world, before a piece of land would be 600, 800 square meters, 1,000 square meters with a house on there, whether it's a Queenslander or a renovator, not a lot of people can afford that. Whereas if it was subdivided, it becomes maybe not half the price, but the entry point is so much more, considerate. I think would be a good word. For a first home buyer or for someone who is, 5 year in their first home and their income significantly increase and want to start that new family. And yeah, like I think that's why I do what I do. Yeah.
That's lovely. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Samuel. We appreciate your time.
No, that's all good. Thank you, Jess.